Dear friends, in this discussion we will cover an interesting, very useful and most frequently used feature of C programming named control structures. For convenience, we divide this chapter into two parts. In the first part, we cover conditional selective control structures, and in the second part, we will cover conditional loop control structures and unconditional control structures. You all know that a computer program contains a sequence of instructions and ensures that the instructions are executed in the same order in which they appear in the program. For example, consider a program segment to find the average of two numbers int num1 num2 sum, float avg, sum is equal to num1 plus num2, avg is equal to sum by 2. Now, let us understand the difference between statements and blocks. As you know, in C, the semicolon is a statement terminator. Expressions like count equal to 1 or plus plus I or printf becomes a statement when it is followed by a semicolon, as in the screen count equal to 1 semicolon plus plus I semicolon printf semicolon. But blocks are used to group declarations and statements together into a compound statement. Braces, open brace and close brace are used for creating blocks, and they are syntactically equivalent to a single statement. Any variable can be declared only at the beginning of the block. For example, open brace int a comma b equal to 10, a equal to b into b, printf %d b comma a, close the brace. But in practice, it may be necessary to make the sequence of the execution flow to be transferred from one part of the program to another part. This can be achieved with the help of control or flow structures or control structures. As the name suggests, the control structures determines the flow of control in the program. The control flow of the language specifies the order in which computations are performed. C supports the control structures classified under two main categories: conditional and unconditional control structures. Conditional control structures. In the case of conditional execution, the flow of execution may be transferred from one part of the program to another part based on the output of the conditional test carried out. Under conditional construct, we have two categories named as selective construct and loop construct. Selective construct. In selective constructs, the statement is selected for execution based on the output of the conditional test given by the expression. C supports 4 selective constructs, including conditional expression, if else, switch case. Loop construct. Sometimes the execution of the certain statements need to be repeated until a given condition is satisfied, or it may have to be repeated for a known number of times. Such repetitions are carried out by using a loop structure. The loop construct is also known as a iterative construct or a repetitive construct. C supports for, while and do while loop constructs. Unconditional control structures. If the flow of execution is transferred from one part of a program to another part without carrying out any conditional test, it is known as an unconditional execution. C supports break statement, continue statement and go to unconditional control structures. Classification of control structures is shown in the figure. Control structures can be divided into conditional control structures and unconditional control structures. Conditional control structures is divided into selective control structure and loop control structure. In selective control structure, we have if else, switch case and conditional expression. In loop conditional structures, we have while, do while and for. In unconditional control structure, we have go to, break and continue statements. Now, let us go through various control structures one by one in the order of simplicity with suitable example. If construct. There may be situations where we have to perform different sets of actions depending on the circumstances. The if construct is used to select a specific statement based on the specific condition. It is a powerful decision making statement and is used to control the flow of execution of the statements. The general format is if text expression true block statements. It allows the computer to evaluate the expression first and then depending on whether the value of the expression, relation or condition is true, that is non-zero, it transfers the control to a particular statement. You can see the flow chart representation of the flow of control in if statement in the screen. As a general rule, we express a condition using C's relational operators. The relational operators allow us to compare two values to see whether they are equal to each other, unequal, or whether one is greater than the other. From the table, it can be observed that how the expressions look and how they are evaluated in C. Expression x equal to y, true if x is equal to y. X not equal to y is true if x is not equal to y. X less than y means x is less than y. X greater than y, true if x is greater than y. X less than or equal to y, true if x is less than or equal to y. X greater than or equal to y, true if x is greater than or equal to y. Let me now show you a sample program to illustrate the use of if construct. Hash include stdio.h main, declare int mark printf, enter the score, scanf %d ampersand sign score. If num greater than or equal to 50, printf congratulations, close the braces. In this example, if you enter a score which is greater than or equal to 50, the statements inside the printf will be displayed. If else construct. We have seen that the if statement by itself will execute a single statement or a group of statements when the expression following if evaluate to true. It does nothing when the expression evaluates to false. Now, a question for you: can we execute one group of statements if the expression evaluates to true and another group of statements if the expression evaluates to false? Yes, this is what is the purpose of the if else statement. The general form of if else construct is if text expression within the braces true block statements, else within the braces false block statements, then statement x. If the text expression is true, then the true block statements immediately following the if statement are executed, otherwise the false block statements are executed. Here either true block or false block will be executed, not both. This control flow is illustrated in the flow chart representation as shown in the screen. Entry and text expression, if it is false, will execute the false block statement, and if it is true, the true block statement will be executed and it will go to the next statement, then exit. Now, let us go through a simple program to find the biggest of two numbers, which clearly shows the use of if else statement. Hash include stdio.h void main, within the braces declare variable int xy, printf enter value of x, scanf %d ampersand sign x, printf enter the value of y. Scanf %d ampersand y semicolon, if x equal to y, printf x and y are equal, else within braces if x greater than y, printf the large number is percentage d slash n x, else printf the large number is percentage d slash n y, close all curly braces. In this program, if x is the biggest one, then statements inside if block is executed, otherwise the block of statements inside else part is executed. It is obvious that we cannot solve all problems related to decision making with a simple if construct or if else construct. For this, we expand this concept in different ways. We will discuss them one by one. The first one is nested if else statements. When a series of decisions are involved, we may have to use more than one if else statement in the nested form. When an if else construct appears as a statement in the another if else, it is known as nested if else construct. General form of if else construct is shown in the screen. If text condition A braces if text condition B within the braces statement 1 else statement 2 and close the braces else statement 3 etc. Now, let us understand the execution of this nested if else structure. If the condition A is false, then the statement 3 will be executed, otherwise it continues to perform the second test. If the condition B is true, the statement 1 will be executed, otherwise statement 2 will be evaluated and then the control is transferred to the statement X. To get more clarity, let us now see the use of nested if else construct as flowchart as shown in the screen. Entry test expression, if it is false, the statement 3 will be executed, and if it is true, the test expression, then false statement 2 will be executed, and if it is true, statement 1 will be executed. Then the control will flow to the statement X. Now, let me show you a quick demo of nested if else statement with the help of a simple program to find the largest of 3 numbers. Hash include stdio.h main within braces declare variables int x y z printf enter 3 numbers scanf %d %d ampersand sign x ampersand sign y ampersand sign z. If x greater than or equal to y within curly braces, if x greater than or equal to z within curly braces, printf %d is the largest number comma x semicolon close the brace, else within brace printf %d is the largest number comma z semicolon close the brace, then close the brace, else within braces if z greater than or equal to y within brace printf %d is the largest number comma z semicolon and close the brace, else within braces printf %d is the largest number comma y semicolon close the brace and close the second last brace and the final brace. Next, we will see the else if ladder statement or if else if construct and its usage. This method is used when multipath decisions are involved in a program. A multipath decision is a chain of if statements in which the statements associated with each else is an if. The general form is if condition 1 statement 1, else if condition 2 statement 2, else if condition 3 statement 3, else if condition 4 statement 4 etc., else default statement semicolon. In this case, every else is associated with its previous if. The last else goes to work only if all the conditions fail. Even in else if ladder, the last else is optional. If there is no else part with the respective if, the compiler associates the else part with the closest inner if construct which does not have an else part. Care must be taken to use braces appropriately for association of else part with its if. Note that the else if clause is nothing different, it is just a way of rearranging the else with the if that follows it. This would be evident if you look at the code given in the screen. If within the braces I equal to 1 printf red, else if j equal to 2 printf apple, then close the brace. Then if I equal to 1 printf red, else if j equal to 2 printf apple. See the use of if else ladder statement with the help of flowchart as shown in the screen. Entry, then test expression, if it is true statement 1 will be executed, false then go to the next text expression, if it is true statement 2 will be executed, if it is false go to the next expression, if it is true statement 3 will be executed, if it is false go to next text expression, if it is true statement n will be executed, false default statement will be executed. Now, let me show you a quick demo of else if ladder statement with the help of a simple C program to check the class obtained by the students from their mark obtained from 5 subjects. Hash include stdio.h main, within the braces declare the variables int m1 m2 up to m5 and per, then printf enter the mark of 5 papers, scanf %d 5 times, then ampersand m1 up to ampersand m5, per equal to sum of m1 plus m2 up to m5 divided by 5. If per greater than or equal to 60, printf first class, else if per greater than or equal to 50, printf second class, else if per greater than or equal to 40, printf third class, else printf fail, close the brace. Switch case construct. In the previous methods, when the program needs more and more alternatives, the complexity of the program increases and also it is difficult to read and follow those codes. To overcome this, C has built-in multi-way decision statement known as switch case construct. The switch statement tests the value of a given expression against a list of case values and the block of statements associated with the matching case value is executed. 3 keywords switch, case and default go together to make up the control statement. The general format is switch within the braces expression curly braces open, case 1 colon statements semicolon break semicolon, case 2 colon statements semicolon break semicolon, etc. Case n colon statement semicolon break semicolon, default colon statements colon break semicolon, close the braces. Each case is labeled by an integer or character expression yielding an integer value known as case labels. The expression is evaluated first and its value is then matched against the case labels. If a case matches the expression value, execution starts at that case. All case expressions must be different. The case labeled default is executed if none of the other cases are satisfied. A default is optional. If it is not there and if none of the cases matches, no action at all takes place. Cases and the default clause can occur in any order. If a break is not included in each case statement, whenever a match is found, the program executes the statements following the case and also all the subsequent case statements and default statements. Even though a break statement is not necessary in the default part, it is a good programming practice to add it always. The colon must be placed at the end of each case label and default. The braces following the labels are optional. Now, we can see the use of switch case construct with the help of a program segment written to find the grades of students. Point equal to mark divided by total into 10 semicolon, switch within the braces point, then curly braces open, case 10 colon, case 9 colon, case 8 colon, grade equal to A plus semicolon, break semicolon, case 7 colon, case 6 colon, grade equal to A semicolon, break semicolon, case 5 colon, grade equal to B semicolon, break semicolon, case 4 colon, grade equal to C semicolon, break semicolon, default colon, grade equal to fail semicolon, break semicolon, and close the brace. Printf grade is percentage %s grade. Now, let us discuss another conditional control structure named conditional expression. Conditional expression, the conditional operators question mark and colon named ternary operator, since they take 3 arguments. In fact, they form a kind of foreshortened if then else. Their general form is expression 1 question mark, expression 2 colon, expression 3. What this expression says is, if expression 1 is true, that is if its value is non-zero, then the value returned will be expression 2, otherwise the value returned will be expression 3. That means, a conditional expression will be evaluated as the expression 1 is evaluated to find the logical value true, non-zero or false 0. If the expression 1 is true, then the expression 2 is evaluated and that will be resulting value of the conditional expression. If the expression 1 is false, then the expression 3 is evaluated and that will be resulting value of the conditional expression. For more clarity, let us see the flowchart representation. Expression 1, if it is true, expression 2, false, expression 3, exit. For example, the segment if x equal to 1, flag equal to 1, else flag equal to 0 can be written as flag equal to within the braces x equal to 1 question mark 1 colon 0. Also consider an example of finding largest of 3 numbers using conditional operator. Big equal to within the braces a greater than b question mark within the braces a greater than c question mark 1 colon 3 close the brace colon open brace b greater than c question mark 2 colon 3 close the braces semicolon. Now, we have covered conditional selective control structures including if else, nested if and if else ladder, switch case and conditional expression. Let us move to loop conditional control structures in next session. Now, let us summarize the points that we have discussed in this session. C is a structured programming language. A simple statement is terminated by a semicolon and compound statements are written with the braces known as blocks. C supports many control structures broadly classified under conditional execution and unconditional execution. Selective and loop structures are conditional execution type. Go to, break and continue are unconditional execution statements and are used for earlier exit from the control structures. Selective control structures may be written using a conditional expression or an if else construct or an if else if construct or a switch case construct. Here are few assignments for you. Explain the classification of control structures in C. Explain in detail the different forms of if construct in C. Illustrate the use of ternary operator in C. Compare the switch case construct with if else construct, which is more convenient. Give a suitable example. Write a program that finds and displays the number and sum of all integers greater than 100 and less than 200 that are divisible by 7. Write a program to check whether the entered year is leap year or not using switch case construct. Let me give you some books for your reference. B. W. Kernighan and D. M. Ritchie, The C Programming Language, Prentice Hall, Eaglewood Cliff, New Jersey, 1978. Greg Perry, Absolute Beginner's Guide to C, 2nd edition, SAMS Publishing. Yashwant Kanedkar, Let Us See, BPB Publishers, New Delhi. There are many more other features in C programming language are remaining to explore. So, let us wait for the coming sessions. Till then, bye.